Ahowan, namaste, all my relations. So, Osio, all my relatives. Here with this week's animal astrology. So, because this is a continuation, everything is a continuous circle, we're gonna go right back into that oasis of last week and see how our animal energies are going to be, see what they're going to be sharing for this week. So if you were not here last week, Hakuna Matata, no worries. I don't do a huge kind of setup or anything like that. I am a person who is it is what it is. It's right here in the moment, kind of a spontaneous type of a thing, and keeping it real. It is what it is. Not that there is absolutely anything wrong with the way others do their things, but you know, that it's just not me. Let's just kind of take a dive right into here with the animals. For me, I feel the world in an animalistic energy way, and that includes our planets. And I could go into the definition of animals and a whole bunch of other things, and maybe I will do that at some point in time. But there is I define animal in a whole, well, by its original meaning. So, anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and take in a couple of nice deep breaths. Kind of move into the center of our heart. I don't have a video to play in the background. Just close your eyes. It's not necessary for you to see or whatnot. It's not like I'm going to be doing anything differently. I'm going right in there with you. So I'm just going to offer a little bit of sweet grass here. Hey. I will set that off. Oh, that smells so good. Calling in the ancestors, you could say. The sweet breath of Creator. The one animal that breathes us all. So we follow that breath. I like to follow it into the center of my chest. Down into the womb. And allow our minds to bring in an oasis, an oceanfront property, you could say. Got the ocean out there. We've got a cliff. Sitting on top of the cliff, we have a lion, and next to the lion, we have that playful otter. Inside the cliff is a cave where the waters receded last week. And a bat come flying out that had been in there for many years in that dreamy state. An escapism state, so to speak. But that bat flew out and used its sonar, went right to a ram and said, Help me ground these dreams that I've been dreaming for 14 years, or maybe even longer. The lion's been watching this whale fin, this orca fin, coming closer and closer and closer. We've had our wolf and our vulture that were hungry, kind of hanging out over here. And we had our dove who's been sunning herself. Well, she's over here with the raven as well. Raven and dove have been hanging out together. Well, here's the orca. The orca is here in its full glory. And that lion gets to make that decision. It's decision time. It's being pulled between all of the drama and hopping in on the orca's back and taking off into that ocean, knowing it might drown if it doesn't get back, or staying playful with all of the, you've got coyote and raven and vulture and dove, and they're all hanging out over here with the otter, having fun, feeling that playful, light energy, that peace. Yeah. Figuring out how to do things in a whole different way. Well, they've been playing and hanging out together. When lions, with all those dreams, well, the bat takes those dreams, and the ram was working on how to ground them. But ram sends bat off, says, hey, it's time to go see the bison. Bison will have some energy for us. That bison being that, it's got that big ring of wisdom. Very stoic, solid presence. And it knows how to move and stand and face a storm. Knows how to face that cold. So Pat goes and is getting ready to have this communion with the bison. The lion is still sitting there going, it's gonna have to make a decision very quickly as the orca decides to move and needs to move back out into the sea. The Venus, wait a minute. Who is this coming out of the woods? It's Coyote. Coyote is coming out of the woods. Whoosh, Raven flies right on down there to greet Coyote. hey. They have a communion. And then here comes Dove. Dove comes flying in with Coyote, hey, and has a communion with Dove. Dove has a communion with Coyote. Well, Coyote, you could feel the energy shift when Coyote came out of the woods. Bringing that. They are quite the survivor. Quite the survivor. Can maneuver between all of these worlds, and they know how to go right after those fears. Well, we leave the week with Venus, our dove, communicating with the Coyote. And because Raven and Dove are going to travel together for a little while to really boost that creative energy and boost that attraction here in that Aquarian age, while we communicate with Coyote, who is a master in its own way. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Breathe into that. Wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes as we let our sonar stay pointed towards the bison and the ancestors. That big ring. Those who knew and have made it through all the storms. Because as this Coyote comes out of the woods, okay, let me see here. Where am I going with this? We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking another nice deep breath. May our ancestors guide us. Keep us sure-footed as we're listening and bringing our dream out of the cave and onto this earth with this playfulness of this Aquarian otter, with this out-of-the-box thinking. None of us have ever been in this age before. We have not been here before. This is all new territory. And though we have the wisdom and the knowledge and the direction of our ancestors, we are reminded to listen, listen, listen. To allow our hearts, that dove, to guide us and shift our energies as needed with that cleverness of the raven. While we be the best leader of ourselves and our families, those people or animals For the wolves are known to keep the balance and the harmony of nature. The nature of their pack, the nature that their environment that they live. As we pick up these pieces and transmute them with that fire, that intelligence, that amazing cleaner, like the vulture inside of us. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. Thank you. Thank you, animals. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, energies of the central star. Hey, wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Taking in a nice deep breath. And one of the things that I love about the Leo, or the lion, you could say, being the center fire inside of each one of us. Because lions know how to be sovereign. They are their own sovereign being. But yet, they live in a pack. It's the only cat that does. Truly, in the wild, live and hunt in a pack. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our animal astrology for this week and can connect with it. Maybe it will be of some service for you. I pray it will be. I know I will be contemplating this coyote coming out of the forest, we've taken a look at all of the ways you have tricked yourself. You have done yourself sabotage trying to catch the road runner. Well, you are the road runner. So, yeah, that was one of our themes this past week was, getting out of our own way. How do we sabotage ourselves? Yeah. So, anyway, soon, at this point, after sharing a meditation and kind of connecting with the animal energies of the week, I will be pulling a card out of All Our Relations Oracle deck. We get together every single morning. All Our Relations fire in a Zoom room and have ceremony. We share the Mayan calendar. We share the gene keys. We share, we pull cards out of out of different decks. It just depends on who's pulling cards or feels called to call a card. We sing and we take a look at the transits for the week. and support each other. It's just we're all over the place. It's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Anyway, I began doing these drawings, and we have created our own oracle deck. And so I'll be pulling from that, and these will then be moved when we birth the deck. This is when I will be moving to more of a members only type of a thing, or on a donation basis. I'm not sure how this works. This whole YouTube thing is completely new to me. However, I'm practicing. I am practicing, and I may not be perfect. However, we are all perfectly imperfect, and that's what makes us all so beautiful and unique, and gives us these opportunities to experience and fall in love with ourselves and us as a whole. So it's taken me a lot of years to really love the human animal. If you know anything about my story, however, I have fallen in love with the human animal. It's, yeah. The behaviors that we use, the behaviors that we pick up, now that's a different story. But we all have one of those. Anyway, that is my share. So let me see here. I'm doing a little checklist in my mind. I brought myself in, called in the directions. When I did a prayer, call in the directions. I used the sweetgrass. I shared that I don't do a thing, and I'm just raw and real and in the moment. And we did our meditation and went through the little planetary animal alignments. And we have the space here for the oracle card. And I did a little bit of a pray out, did I not? Anyway, well, let's do a pray out. Let's offer a prayer. I did, because I brought all the animals together and those energies, and yes, move them forward. So I'm going to call it good right here, right now. But what I will say is there is only one life, and that life is the one animal. And that anima mundi is breathing through each and every one of us, and all that is right here, right now. And what I know to be true about that one anima mundi is it is everything and nothing. It is the peace at the center of each one of our hearts. It is the love juice that glues us all together through the waters in a tangible form and through the airs in the unseen form. It is absolutely perfect, and it can do nothing but succeed. If it could not succeed, or it could sabotage itself, it would not be in existence. It would have done crumbled. So it is the ultimate health and wholeness. It is complete in its wholeness. So I know within each and every one of us, we are complete and whole. We have everything we need to succeed for the mission or the vision that we were created for. And we can be nothing but successful because Creator is successful with itself, through itself, as each and every one of us. It is our human eyes and ego that believe it to be otherwise. And so we shed that and leave it aside and return to this place of absolute wholeness inside of each and every one of us, knowing that we are guided by our breath. We are guided by our heart. And our minds are tools that we use to communicate, to be antennas for whatever we choose to focus on. So I focus on peace and dignity and freedom. For that is the birthright of each and every animal, each and every manifestation. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you. For I know what is placed into the law cannot come back void. And the more we focus on what we choose, we focus on that central star inside of our heart and breathe into it, we can do nothing but succeed. And so I know that as a humanity, this is where we are turning our focus. That fire has been lit and it is being fanned into a lighthouse. And collectively we are coming together as one in unity for peace, dignity, freedom, and joy, health, and wholeness. I release and let go and know that it cannot come back void. It comes back greater than any one of us could even imagine. For my prayer magnifies with other prayers. And we have this great net of light. And so it is. And so